Hey, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a continuation of Dream Daddy. I'm pretty excited to get back into it. I'm sorry there wasn't a video last week. All hell broke loose. I'll do a story time video, maybe about that later. It's probably one of the best bad luck weeks I've ever gotten, that's for damn sure. But I hope you guys are enjoying this still. Now, let's get into it. Beep, 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 beep. Amanda crying? I don't remember her crying. It's been 2 weeks. I don't remember. When changing the tire, make sure to tighten the bolts in a starfish pattern. Starfish? I love starfish. They're pretty. Patrick. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strange. She sniffles. Need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. Oh, somebody give her a hug. She needs a hug. Hey, I got the same kind of light fixture as my room. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. Did something happen? Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. Just leave her alone. Alright, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. Well, I have no idea what has her upset. So upset. She's seemed totally normal. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would have made her more upset. Yeah, if someone's really upset, like after, are you okay? And they say, I'm fine, you ask, did something happen? And they say, no, go away. You really should just leave them be, because that means they're going through something and they are still processing it. When she's ready, she'll open up. I know that. I know that. I can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she will be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? No. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her freezer burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. Usually it's short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get back up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walking in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin? What? Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence. Yeah? I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, so just, whatever it is, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the fridge for blah. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting has set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and I had to start over, and this is beautiful. It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks, services. Blah, my English today sucks. It sucks every day. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. What is? The whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how MR is going to that fancy art school in California, right? MR. The best friend. Yeah! I got it! Oh, yeah. You got it! Wow, proud of you. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance... Sorry. I cannot speak. I'm having a hard time today. I have no idea why. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both of the Emmas, Grace and Noah, all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night they all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final. Yikes.
Oh.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I am your person Noah, and, that's a thing. What? Whoa, wait, no. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that, okay? You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned that from the worst. I'm a bad liar? I'm that bad of a liar? Really? Man, I thought it was a little bit better than that. Damn. Damn. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and kept going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody out to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say that they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah. All hanging out together and eating nachos. Without me! What? It gets better! I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss! That hoe! That little shit. That bitch! No! No! No, 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 no. Emma R is the best friend, right? She's such a bitch! That horrible person. Yeah, I know. So I storm over there and I'm like, hey! And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does. And Emma R just like glares at me. Grace. I don't think it's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the gossipy one? Yeah. I didn't know that. I know! Grace is the one no one really likes. Or, I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was really angry and really embarrassed. And I just wanted to get out of there. So I left, without nachos, might I add. Which only further contributed to this shitty day. And immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. Are you still following? Still following along? A little confused, but I think I understand. What did MR say? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. MR says, you know what? Let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for rude. Rude for rude? Rude for rude? I guess I know that she's gonna be rude. The horrible person? Damn. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Damn. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh no.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay, and then she left me on red. And then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my messages and didn't reply. And I know because there are red receipts. I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. I got you. I do. I really do. I swear. I understand this 110%. Yep. Yeah. Wow, right? It's crazy. Alright. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. Then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And then he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of. Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
Oh.
There's so much more, but honestly, it's just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me. Half of my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but R's been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long. Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected. I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Well, I know, it's pretty dumb. It's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. That if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long, long time ago. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Not all friendships last forever. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks. High school sucks. Real friends don't do that. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their own friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Maddie gets up and goes to her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops? Yeah? Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you, Manza.
I love you too, Dad.
Aww. That's cute. It's so cute. Ah! So cute. Ah! Man. Almost made me a little bit teary-eyed. I've got dads! That's right, we're doing the third one. That's right. But in all seriousness, if anybody out there is actually treating you badly and it's a friend, that's not good. I guess it really depends on the situation, but you should really, it's good to surround yourself with good people. I have a good bunch in my corner, and I'm so happy for the friends that I've found. And I don't know where I would be without some of them. And those are the friends you need. You need to get a good group of friends who you're just like, I can't imagine myself without these people in my life. But, off of the serious topic, yeah, you know that they say what they say about the third dates, they can get pretty serious. Are you sure? This is your dream daddy. I'm positive. Are you kidding me? He's weird. I'm weird. He's weird. He had a fan fiction about Naruto. How can I not love him? I love Naruto. I mean, I'm not crazy about the Naruto, but you know what? I can live with it. I can live with it. There's a lot of fan fiction about that. I'm more Naruhina, but there's always a little bit of room for some Naruto, honestly. I'm sure. I'm positive. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer of an episode, but I hope you guys still watch it. I missed playing it. I really did. Ever since we had that picnic! Ah! I can't speak. I don't know what the hell that scream was. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nightmare strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through dad book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hey, those things are pretty cool though. Hanging out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda. I have become Damien's familiar, and I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm at, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. It would be. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Excuse me? This is way too romantic. Wait. Wait. This is not what I had in mind. I was expecting some dark shit. Damn, that threw me for a loop. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. It sounded like an irritating sigh. I don't know why. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned it in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die. You are going to die, and life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as taking elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minutiae of the mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself, because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight and the bay glint off of Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again, and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry, I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh my.
That actually startled me. There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come, there isn't time to waste. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a run-down building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. Push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they are so nondescript. I'm still unsure what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment, I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall to find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses out to sniff the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the light shut off. I panic. Unsure of where I am or how I can get out, I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, sailor. Mary? What are you doing here? You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Right, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid, what way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open, appearing from the shadows I see. Damien? Hey. I think so cute! It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a reality company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and goth lifestyle. That much is true, it's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to. Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again? Who's Duchess Cordelia?
Oh.
She's one of the pups, gets out all the time. She somehow learns to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she'd already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Jay. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and then we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Yeah. Oh man. I'm Nerd House? Nerd's house? Wow. Coffee Dad. Kale. Smalls. Dames. Other Nerd's house. Mario Tally. Coffee. At least you're not the other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Softball field, because there's balls. Dogs like balls. That sounds so bad. And I'm not meaning it to. I'm so sorry. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was really a great year for Bark Bark Bark. Wow. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Jay? Gotta stay positive. My dad once told me, Jay, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude. And you know what? I made it happen. Ew. It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity. On that day, I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Young children are really resilient, I suppose. Yeah, young children. I was 16. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We got this. We drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over, softball bat slung over his shoulder. Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something. Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? Yeah, a huge dog ran through here a second ago. We just missed it. Tried to play fetch with her, but she just took a softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She's a lot of dog. Here, take another softball, might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig. Okay, softball field is bust. Cul-de-sac, maybe the cul-de-sac. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. Pull into Brian's driveway and hop out. Hey! Don't step on the grass and just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your underwater lawn? Oh, here we go. How dare you, I take my lawn care very seriously. Jay, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to re-till the soil. Could be a dog or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all my tomatoes. Very sorry to hear about that, about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. Wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. So then the coffee spoon. Park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk on inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading the book. Hey, Matt. Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer to it, though. Hello, buddy. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old grateful banana bread. Wanna take some for the road just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is gonna be good. I think he meant for you to give it to the dog. Right. I meant it's gonna be good, so good for the dog to eat. East. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? We'll keep this up, we'll find Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucien is very severely allergic. I won't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I'm grateful. There's about one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let us not waste any more time. Verily. Okay, east. So, Bayside. I'm going for Bayside. We arrived back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet, although who knows if she made it onto any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Pops? Damien and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Do you think I just stayed inside all day vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry. What are you doing? Yeah. Heading home to go veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog anywhere around here? Oh, you bet! Saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry, and there was a stroller full of Yorkies, a greyhound, and a golden retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I would definitely have remembered that. Gotta run though. This burrito is about 10 minutes before cheese breaks down the molecular structure of the tortilla and makes it all soggy. You understand? I do? Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Samsonite. Matt said the Duchess went east from the coffee spoon. There's no sign of her here. Suppose we need to go not so east. So the freaking aquarium! Oh my god! Well, the dog went with the fish! I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we're going to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. What kind of dogs do vampire have? Knock knock. How many goths does it take? What kind of dogs? I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be too tempting to a bloodhound. I was going to say bloodhound, Damien. Oh yes. Jeez. Keep reading Damien's directions from the map as we drive downtown. To the aquarium! Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You see anything? No dog here, not even a sign of her. Do you know that penguins are considered the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Damien and I returned to the softball field, and it looks like a game is still in progress. Krat's team is winning, of course. Any sign of her? I don't think so. Wait, maybe. Never mind, it's just a kid taking a nap in the outfield. We get back in the car. I fear that night draws closer and closer with every passing breath. We must find Duchess soon. This is serious. I hope we find her. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything normal, except... Uh-oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. Can she open doors? She can open doors. This is the classic Duchess Cordelia. It's a telltale sign we should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I got your back. We creep up onto the porch and step inside. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Woof. Well, she hasn't broken anything here yet. Wonderful, now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out of here before Hugo comes in. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily and as he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on her guard. We need another plan. Try the softball. Pull out the softball that Craig gave to us. Hey girl, remember this? Duchess' tail starts lagging, but she's not getting any closer. Damien stops me. If you throw that in here, she'll destroy the house. You're right. Go for the banana bread. I don't know how I feel about that eggplant thing. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of grateful banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread. That's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it to the ground like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. Time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. What flavor are those pizza rolls? Pepperoni blast? Nice! Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey! She likes pizza rolls! Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey! Hugo stands at the door looking like he's at a loss for words. Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Bluff. Hugo! May I present to you Duchess Cordelia?
I don't know.
How do you do? Borf. Borp! Borp! We're friends. Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around the town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set to take care of a...
Sweet man, shake.
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo says. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. You have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of his map. This map, and I pull a pen out of my pocket. I got the forms ready for you if you're interested. I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. I know. He called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. Yeah, I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into giving better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a willing one, but do right by her, and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. And long story short, the Duchess now lives happily in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So, all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Jay, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. We gotta go back. We go way back. And I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him, Mary, you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing, I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes and I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is, you care, and that's awesome. And also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights and I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. And maybe we can be boring together. No! It would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second, looks at me in the eyes without colored contacts. His eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Aww. Does a bat have wings? I believe I have my answer then. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined like proper gentlemen. He walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy that I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coming together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Oh, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Yeah, I got an A.
Jammiest bits of jam.
The jammiest bits of jam!
I'm not quite sure what that one means. I read it in an article once about the Victorian era.
Oh. Maybe they like gems. You think so? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit longer than the rest, but I kind of got sucked into it a little bit. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I believe it's almost over, and I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. And if you like this video, make sure to give a big whopping old thumbs up. And if you like this content that I'm providing for you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, become a part of the family. And I will see you beautiful people in the next video. See ya.